here and I'm not new at just doing a couple of different things. There. It's always important to post the rules, because sometimes people will not follow the rules, and that will make me a very cranky person. I have 2 restream bots now. Okay. Well, one is probably for YouTube and the other one for Twitch. But at least now, none of the bots have broken sprites. But now that I think about it, maybe I should assign broken sprites on bots on purpose. But anyway, I'm gonna wait real quick, make sure the music loads, because I can't hear the music. The music is programmed that you guys can hear it because it's going through like a backdoor through Streamlabs, and it does not come out of my speakers, so you guys can get some regular music. How's the video? Okay. I had some freezing issues because I am using my new phone for this. But besides that, we're doing good. So welcome to the stream. This is the color challenge, the OLOColors Challenge stream. It usually happens on the first or second Saturday of the month. And this is where I will use the Wheel of Morality to pick 4 prompts out of the prompts that were suggested to me on the Friday before the stream. I'm gonna have a little sip of water. And we're gonna get started. Just gonna move this real quick a little bit. So what we usually do before we start is we list off and show off the colors that were assigned for this month. I use the color challenge from OLOColors, not because I am an absolute fan fini of OLOColors. I only have like 12 because I got like ridiculously lucky on one of the monthly giveaways. I do like them though, I really do like them, but like I already have like this gigantic collection of Ohuhu markers, so that's what I'm using. So I am using the challenge from OLOColors, but I am using Ohuhus. So let's get started. The colors for this month from OLOColors, and here's the interesting part. They made a 6-color challenge this month. Usually they use 3 colors, but this month they decided to make 6 because they realized that their markers are actually half the size of a marker, I'm guessing. They still have the tank of an entire marker, it's just that they have markers that you can like quote-unquote screw together, so you either have the shading color always on hand or a completely different color all on the same marker. It's actually pretty ingenious. So the colors, let's get to it. This month are OR 1.6 Orangutan, 04.6 Dark Oak. I struggle a lot with the naming convention of these markers. 01.3 Marigold, YG 8.3 Lichen, 07.3 Macaque, OR 4.4 Rosy Bonnet. Now this is the part where I sound like a Russian spy from World War II. And I tell the hex code like I'm calling bingo. A82C10 4F2D11 FA7704 A9B18A B8A082 C37F5F. this sounds half as awkward when it's the regular tree colors. So, my dupes. I'm going to tell you right away, I'm gonna start with the chameleon. Because I only picked the darkest of the colors for the chameleon liners because I found myself only using a lot of that in the end. And I felt like grabbing all 6 colors for the lining probably would be more of a waste of time on my part. And well, I didn't really want to use dip pen ink to ink because I need these things to dry like really fast, and even if the leader black dries really fast, sometimes it doesn't, and the black chameleon liner is just not that dark. But then again, it's expected with the way they're supposed to work. So the chameleon color I picked, I believe would be the equivalent to dark oak, is BR4 Burnt Umber. I don't know why I keep using them, knowing full well I'm never going to be able to replace them because I think Chameleon fucking gave up. I don't see them advertised at all. They still got a website, they're still selling the markers, the liners, I barely get any news for them. And do they answer my email? Of course not. So yeah, can't say I recommend, personally. Now the Ohuhus, who actually answer their emails. We're starting with the YR190 Cadmium Orange. That refuses to focus. Because of course, no matter what kind of phone I have, they will not focus. But that's okay, you can see the color. Good enough. BR1 Raw Umber. So we got Burnt Umber and Raw Umber. Nobody knows how to cook umber in art. YR170 Chrome Orange, which I believe is their version of fluorescent orange, but it's not that fluorescent. Not like it matters. Fluorescent colors are like not light fast at all. Markers are not light fast to begin with, but fluorescent colors, oh my god. You should see my old swatch for my Copics. Look at fluorescent orange right there. Look at that. It did not look like that when I applied it. La la. GY172 Spectrum Green. Now we're falling into the light colors. That will not focus either. So it's not your eyes, it's my zoom. GY173 Dim Green. There is a difference. You don't see it right now, but there is a difference. And finally, E090 Eggshell White, also known as the default white girl skin color. Oh yeah, I went there. I'm the world's palest Native American métis. I can go there. Watch me. So, I'm pretty sure I know I got reference. I dug up all the reference I could last night. Once again, the Wheel of Morality is chock full, and we are going to pick 4 out of all the prompts. That, of course, will depend on the generosity of the Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. We are drawing a Tasmanian devil. That's gonna be fun. I like Taz. And his famous quote. I literally put myself on Do Not Disturb and everything is making sounds today. Of course. Now we're just gonna sharpen my little blue pencil because this month it got a lot of views. Like, my art supplies got so much use, I actually had to dispose of a G-pen nib because it had gotten so worn and scratchy it couldn't line art right. Oh, this is borderline now. I'm glad I decided to order more ink and blue non-repro pencils because, oof, the Horror Hostober challenge that I put myself under for last month, it took a lot out of me and it took a lot out of my supplies. My eco lines are fine though, so no worries there. Sorry. What's fun about Taz is that he's very heart-shaped. Like, his main body shape is literally like this gigantic heart. Another thing that's important to keep in mind when drawing a wild character, try to minimize the symmetry as much as possible. The man does not obey the laws of physics. Oh, that's not too bad. Pretty close to the reference, but I'm pretty sure I drew Taz sometimes this year again. Also, I don't know if you guys had time to notice, there was no Nintendo princesses in the lineup this time. I was requested again for 2 Nintendo princesses, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm done. These are supposed to be a challenge, and the same people keep asking me for Nintendo princesses, and at this point, it's not a challenge, okay? You're not challenging me. It's every month. Like, after a certain point, you gotta realize they're kind of creeping me out. And that is all I'll say about that. So I'm going to have to put the kibosh on Nintendo ladies for a while. And this is as politely as I'll put it. Because we all know what I really feel like saying. Yeah, but sure, the wheel of morality chooses at random. It does. But at the same time, I'm kind of freaking sick of always drawing the same thing, because sometimes the wheel of morality is too generous. So there will be an embargo, so to speak, on Disney ladies. Because I don't know if you guys think I don't notice, but I do notice. I've been on DA for like 17 years, going on 18. I know a fetish when I see one. And if you feel offended and feel like you can't be my fan anymore after I said that, were you really my fan to begin with? Or did you just like the way I drew the Nintendo princesses? Because like I draw a Mario fan comic, I'm going to draw the princesses eventually. And I know that the prompt says, what do you want to see me draw? But like, you've seen me draw the princess, and they don't even see me draw the princesses because they don't join the live stream. And I don't know if they watch the replay on YouTube. But they don't want to see me draw, they just want to see the princesses and those situations that they keep describing in more and more detail. And it's starting to get on my nerves, and it's my own challenge, it's my own channel, it's my own rules. If I decide no more Nintendo princesses for a while, there will be no more Nintendo princesses for a while. That's a pretty good one. I mean, it's pretty dynamic. If you look at the reference, that's pretty good. Yeah, usually I change the pose. But in this case, it's more because I knew I was going to try to draw Taz with his cyclone in place of his legs. But like, I do that all the time when I draw Taz. So I figured, let's show a little leg for a difference. And he's pretty cute. It's a pretty cute Taz. Also, when I was saying that my art supplies took a toll from last month's challenge, look at my smudge guard. I need to wash it. It is absolutely covered in ink. While I think about it, there is still 30 or 29 days left on the Barbarian Queen Halloween Special Kickstarter. We would have started it earlier, so it would end on Halloween, but we were attacked by several acts of God, literally. So we had to start it late, but it's going good. I'm just gonna finish inking Taz and then I will drop a link to the Kickstarter. If you're watching this after the fact, maybe it's still going by the time. Of course, the comic has art by yours truly. But it also has a side quest written and illustrated by Rob Coughlin. Oh, please tell me I'm pronouncing that right. And honestly, I absolutely love it. Like, if anybody ever really caught what Barbarian Queen Charybdis is, it's Rob. The man understood the assignment. And for those of you that pledged to the Kickstarter, I just know you are going to enjoy it as much as I did. Plus, to those of you that have pledged to the previous Kickstarter for the regular issue 1, because the Halloween special is issue 1 plus 2 Halloween stories, plus more goodies. But if you participated in the previous Kickstarter, you might have access to a PDF as a bonus of the Halloween special, if I remember right. Anyway, if you check the Kickstarter, the details are there. I am here to draw the pretty pictures. I think this is one of my most natural looking Taz so far. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at drawing him. It's all about observation. Now, we are going to let Taz dry. Shouldn't take too long. That's why I keep using these markers, because not these markers, these liners, because chameleon liners dry up like really fast. And I can appreciate that. And of course he sent a voice message. So, here we go for Taz. Let's see who's next. Come on, scoot, 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 scoot. So, Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Oh, I was hoping for that one. I love my pet monster. Every time my pet monster is mentioned, I've got the French theme song playing in my head. And of course, I have terrible memory, so all I remember is the 2 first sentences of that song. Mon petit monstre, je l'aime comme un fou. And that's it. The rest of the melody goes on in my head. You know what? I'm gonna get a, if I have some. Do I have any left? Oh, I do. Okay. I'm gonna grab a vertical one. Vertical. Horizontal. I'm currently using verticals. This is an horizontal one. Ah. Falala. Let's have a little sip again. I've been struggling with my water intake this week. Like, I've been struggling this week, okay? Hi, Shira was complaining to UPS while watching you draw Taz. Hi, Coco. I like to imagine Coco, like, talking literally to an agent face to face and then sticking a finger out to tell them to wait a minute. Wait, Shiro's doing the cool part. I gotta see that. Speaking of UPS, I wonder where my, well, it's not UPS that's supposed to be shipping it to me, but I wonder where my Jet Pens order is at. I should be getting it this week, jamais je créerai. It's been a little while. Keep in mind I have a Throne wish list. Throne, so very unofficial. I am looking to get a holder for my erasers. Because they're getting really wiggly. And I keep them for so long that the little paper holder that they come in kind of breaks down. Of course, when drawing anything, all you have to think about is shapes. Shapes, 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 shapes. That's why I wish art teachers would talk about shapes more instead of just saying draw from reality, and then you can maybe think of drawing cartoony. You know, I'm pretty sure that that's what they do in actual, like, comic and or cartoon schools. But like when I don't want to say generic, because some art teachers might take it personally. Well, if you feel you're generic, I'm not the issue. A lot of people are not aware of the fact that they can be video doorbells now, are there? Oh, he's so cute. Anyone remember the My Pet Monster movie? The fuck was that about? Well, you know, Coco is frustrated when she's attacking my bots. It's okay, they're bots. Their feelings will not be hurt. But yeah, speaking of bots, oh my god, this week so many scammers. I got them on Twitter, I got them on DeviantArt, I got them in my DMs, I got them in my email, I got them on my home line. Daily, several times a day. The last two on DA. One of them was in my DMs, the other one was in my notes. One of them I replied, I used a generator to reply in a Ryalian, whatever the language of the old ones is, and it was simply translated in Ryalian, the first verse to Weird Al Yankovic's Spam, but I replaced spam with scam. And the other one, after I'm done erasing the surplus lead on this, I'm going to read to you because I work hard on these. And by work hard, I mean I take a good 5 minutes to think them up and write them down. If anybody wonders, do you ever think before you post? I go, yeah, I think tee-hee, and I post. Now let's see, it should be on mine. Because I tend to post my interaction with scammers on my personal Facebook page, and I call them Tales from the Spam Box. And sometimes I'm really clever, and other times I'm just like, Alright, so the scammer here. Hi there, lovely artworks you got here. What inspires such? Right there, red flag. What inspires such? The fuck kind of sentence is that? Like, right there, I'm like... So I reply, a bit of everything. What do you need? Like, because I'm thinking, like, come on, out with the scam. And it's a classic. I'll like to purchase some of your works. Let me have your email or cell number so I can forward them and share more details. Excuse me? Like, my bestie doesn't have my cell phone number. At what point do you think I would give it I would give it to you? So, while we're at it, why don't you ask me to join Telegram? Telegram being well known at this point to being used by scammers all over the India. What's bad about scammers is that they make you pass for racist because they're always from a foreign country. But it's not the foreign country you hate, it's the scammer. Like, you don't care about the accent. If you're being scammed, you hate the scam. you know? So I reply, oh, haha, no, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, and has never worked that way since the dawn of the internet. You, my dear recently created empty account with the PFP of a woman to lull me into a sense of security, have two choices. Take it or leave it. You either go to my shop to get something there in the most legitimate and legal way possible, link to my shop, or you vanish into the ether without arguing that you don't use Ko-fi, don't use PayPal, this is not professional, send me gift cards so I can pay you, I would have bought so much stuff but you're rude. Them and the scammer I just mentioned, the two of them, never replied. I wish it was that easy. Because some of them, they will keep going. But you can write absolute gibberish, and they will just keep going. See, this is what AI should be used for. Answering for me whenever I get savagely attacked by scammers and bots. Such a cute character. I never had the doll. I don't think I ever requested the doll because the doll did not look... Well, technically it did. It had the same fur patterns and basic model like the cartoon, but he did not look as cute as the cartoon. And I believe that was actually the premise of the cartoon. The pet monster was actually nice. That's why he didn't want to stay in Monster World. And the bad guy, whose name escapes me, was it possible his name was like the sheriff or something? Or am I confusing him with a... I think I'm confusing his name with an equally hairy Beetlejuice cartoon character. Would always try to bring him back, but he couldn't when the pet monster was in plush toy mode. Let's put him up to dry while we get Taz back. Whoops. Damn near ripped him. You should tell them the only non-Ko-fi payment you take is by singing Telegram. I did try that once. I don't know if you remember, because I did post it. It was practically a saga. I did try to get one of them to sing me a song about murals, and then he got mad. And all you had to say was, I'm pretty sure he meant to say, come on, man. But he called me, common man, you need this. No, I don't. You know what? I'm fine. If I need this that bad, you're going to sing me a song about murals. And when I knew he was good and pissed off, that's when I blocked him. Play. You need this. I know how these scam work. I do not need you to steal money from me. Now, I've heard there's like a second version of how the scam works. Because the version I know is they send you more money than you agreed on, and they want you to send the extra back. Now, the excuse is usually what's different. Like, either they accidentally sent you too much and they need the extra back, or they say that in order to be able to pay the gallery to expose their art, they need to send you the entire money, but you need to send back the fee because their bank will not accept the payment to the gallery otherwise. Either way, the basic premise is they will send you more money than you agreed on, ask you to reimburse them the extra for X reason, and then whatever money they sent you does not exist. That's why they insist on paying by check, because then the check will bounce, and that is the point. Then you'll be out of that money plus the money they took from you. And that is how they get ya. And that's why I insist we do it my way, or it's the highway. Simple as that. And once again, this is going to sound racist, but usually a legitimate client will have good English. And if it's not racist, it's ageist, because you also don't want little kids to commission you, because then they'll get in trouble with their parents. And then you'll get in trouble with their parents, and we don't want none of that. Oh, you can really feel the... That's a very legitimate Taz right there with the colors that I got. It's not a perfect Taz. It's a great one. No. Let's use one of the two extremely pale greens as a background color. Just so he pops out just that little bit more from the card. Now, isn't he just adorable? Isn't he just the most precious? Well, speaking of precious, let's go back to my pet monster. Now, usually, speaking of paying, when I'm working for somebody that I know, when I take the payment, I put it straight in my bank account. When it's new people that I have not dealt with before, just in case, I keep them where I got the money. And I don't touch the money until the project is over. Because you never know. And also make it clear that they have to use the invoice that I sent them. And that is to protect us both. You don't know. What if I'm the scammer? Who knows, you know? I'm thinking about you here. At least that's what I tell them. Do you think the nib on this one is starting to harden or something? It's working well, it's just, it looks weird. See, something I don't do often. Mix my colors. Something that I should be doing more often, mixing my colors. This is going to be a strangely neon. My pet monster. Black light, my pet monster. Funko Pop Black like my pet monster. You think they already did that? I do not keep tabs on Funko. I probably should, I suppose, but like there's so much pop culture to keep tabs on, and I do not have the energy or money. I did get a new pop recently, a gift from my friend Tony. He sent me Baby. He also sent me a black light. I want to say Golden Freddy or Fredbear, because my black light Freddy does not look like that. And this one is like really yellow and purple. Well, he's right there, so if you guys could identify if this is a different model of Blacklight Freddy, or if it's Blacklight Fredbear, say so in the comments. Or Golden Freddy. Fredbear and Golden Freddy are like slightly different characters. When they picked these colors, they probably expected people to draw like pumpkins and Thanksgiving stuff. And what do? My pet monster. You know what's weird? I'm at the age where some cartoons that I used to watch as a kid or even a teenager are considered lost media. Like there was this Canadian animated show about a boy that every time he sneezed he would turn into a monster, and he had adventures with his sister and a ghost in a straw hat. And apparently that's considered lost media. That's where I'm at now, age-wise. Kind of looks like a rooster a little bit. Here we go. You're in the screen. You're in the screen. Alright, super. Plus, on top of that, tonight I have to do my sister's makeup and her friends. I'm not forced or anything, but, like, she politely asked, so... And I'm like, why not? More excuse to paint on people. So, prompt number 3 of 4. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Man, the Wheel of Morality is spinning for me today. We are doing Popeye.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the Sailor Man. Toot toot. I'm strong to the finish 'cause I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Watch it if the Fleischer Restoration Project's channel points this out as a copyright claim. Just watch it. And if they don't, I love you guys! You guys have restored a lot of cartoons that I own that I didn't even know were meant to be in color because my versions are so bad and aged and brown. So shout out to the Fleischer Restoration Project. Please don't get mad at me for my poor rendition of the Popeye theme. I laughed so hard, my eyes are watery. Give me a second. Yeah, that's what I do. I laugh and I cry. With the way the world is right now, that's all you can do. Oh, that's done. That's done. That's done. I'm gonna mute the mic for a couple of seconds. I need to blow my nose. make sure that I was correctly unmuted. Time to draw a Sailor Man. This one I'm gonna move a little bit away from my reference. If only because I want to be a little whimsical. I have a horror story somewhere in my collection. Well, it's from a couple of years ago, but it's still technically modern. And is beautifully illustrated. And it's of I'm mentioning it because it's basically a Popeye story. And it's basically the corpse of Popeye being resurrected by the Sea Witch and being her slave and raiding fishing boats that are in her oceans. And the last panel basically has Popeye saying, "I am what I am." And this is what he is now. I'm gonna need another reference for Popeye because this one has his arms crossed in front of him, so I don't have the front of his shirt. So let's go take a look at that. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. Now I got the theme for Popeye in my head, so that's going to be fun. I do have a couple Popeye Fleischer tunes. I have Sinbad, I have Aladdin, I have Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. All from those Questionables VHS from the 80s. So of course the colors on my versions are not as nice as the colors on the Fleischer Restoration Project versions, which you can see on YouTube. This live stream is not sponsored by the Fleischer Restoration Project. I just like cartoons. I'm not wishing luck, I've got some pencil stuff on my tablet. Well, I've been pretty lucky. Everything has been rather simple to draw so far. Kinda hoping the last prompt that wins is Inspector Gadget, but I'm not in charge of choosing. I'm just in charge of putting on the wheel. The wheel of morality chooses all. The wheel of morality decides. I actually happen to have a bunch of Popeye comics. Some I have yet to read, because they're part of a lot that I got for Christmas a while back. But it's nice to get to draw the Sailor Man once in a while. I used to have a Popeye shirt. Of course, I outgrew it because I am enormous. And now the quote-unquote hard part, inking all that spinach. I'm glad I don't have to color this digitally, because part of the charm sometimes of inking a piece is skipping some lines. Lines don't have to all connect. Even better, it's more natural looking if you don't connect all the lines. But when you do that digitally, you can't exactly use the paint bucket. Then you have to go in and take your time and fill out the outline by hand and before I hate myself for forgetting that little piece of shoulder there. All right, let's let pie dry up and see what will be the final prompt for this month's color challenge. Make sure I'm in the camera. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Klonoa forever. Now, I'm going to take a wild guess, because when I put Klonoa forever in Google, it basically gave me like pretty much always just both designs for Klonoa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the one I like best, and that's what I'm going to draw. Because yes, Klonoa like sharply changes design between games. And I think that they use both designs for the remake / remaster that came out. So I'm gonna grab one and I'm gonna roll with it. And whoever requested Klonoa forever will have to deal with what I give them. Not gonna lie, it kind of looks a little bit like Tails, but only a little bit. Like, just in the facial structure, kind of looks like Tails. Probably because he has poofy cheeks. I think it's supposed to be a mix of a cat and a dog, actually. And not a cabbit. I actually have a demo disc with either just 1 or 2 levels of the first Clono on it. Alright, that's good. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cute. That's pretty yes. I like rolling malleable eraser compared to rubbing. Rubbing pretty much acts like an actual eraser, and that's good when you need it. But I prefer rolling so it really gets out the extra lead for when you know you're going to ink a piece. Speaking of cute little mascot characters, I have been obsessively playing Sprout Valley. Now, Sprout Valley is a cozy farming game, but you like really don't do much. And I've been obsessively playing because I'll be honest, love the game. I actually like the repetitiveness, but at the same time I'm kind of sick of nothing happening. So I'm powering through to build a machine that will let me make starfruit seeds, which is basically, as far as I know, the goal of the game. It won't, I'm pretty sure it won't then assume that you've beaten the game, because once again it's a farming game, so the game is probably going to continue once you get the machine done. But I went from having 1 piece done in a matter of days. I went from having 1 piece done to working on finishing the final piece, because I went hard on either picking up or buying resources for all the other pieces. And of course leveling up my skills so I could unlock the recipes for some pieces that I needed to learn to build. And all that in only a couple of in-game days. And now what the final piece needs is a lot of vegetables that I would grow in my farm, so that's what I'm working on. I'm almost done with the corn, and I am slowly phasing out in favor of eggplants. And then there we go for Clonoa. We're gonna ink. Well, we're gonna ink. We're gonna hang Clonoa to dry. Grab Popeye back. Snap. Another sip of water because it's important to stay hydrated. Sippy, sippy. I don't know if you guys noticed on the Vine art, my latest bootleg cookie reading levels. Oh, it struck a nerve. Of all the comics that I drew over the years, reading levels struck a nerve. But I'm okay with it because, like, everybody is on my side on this one. But it started a discussion that is pretty much equal to any given Smack pages, and usually people tend to like the Smack comics a lot more than Bootleg Cookie because Mario. You know what they say, fan art attracts a lot more people than original art. But oh my god, tons of people are commenting and are watching me after I posted that, and some are sending me llamas, because yes, I do still collect llamas. I don't care, I like llamas. Like, people are mad for me, you know? It's almost beautiful. So I appreciate that, thank you guys. Of course, the label is usually red. got basic, Caucasian, white skin in the list. Might as well use it for the white guy. As you can see, I wasn't kidding when I said chameleon markers dry fast. I can color right over the line art. And it doesn't budge! It's just like waterproof mascara that's actually waterproof. Of course, doesn't matter the hue. I have to color the spinach green. There is no other way. Very sure I'm gonna get the Fleischer police on my ass if I dare. For those who don't know, Fleischer use a very interesting technique for a lot of their backgrounds. They would build a set in real life on the Lazy Susan, a really big one, and they would photograph each cell of their cartoons in front of that set. And when the characters would be walking around, they would move the set around. That's how they got these strangely 3D backgrounds in a lot of these Popeye cartoons, because it was 3D. Almost forgotten his buttons. His buttons are yellow, or in this case, they're going to be neon orange. It's stuck in my head, I can't do anything about it. And there we go for Popeye. Oh, he is struggling with the light. Then again, he's neon, and neon does not photograph well. Alright, final prompt. Then we're good for today. Just going back to cloner, there we go. It's good to keep the reference near. So when you're coloring with a completely different palette, you have a better idea what goes where. Oh, almost forgot to erase the pencil though. We kind of need that off. The whole reason we hang these up to dry . My ADHD brain is looking at Clona and thinking of my copy of Epic Mickey. And my digital copy of Outbound Ghost, because that's two games that I can't beat because they're bugged beyond belief. That's why I'm glad there's a company that picked it up, because the company that made the Epic Mickey games, all three of them, there are three, not two, folded after they made those games. Like, the company was made just for these games and then they got shut down. But another company came and got a hold of Epic Mickey 1. I'm not gonna want to buy 2 because 2 like forces you to play 2 players. Really, you can play 1 player, but it's really meant for 2. And my copy is bugged because if I struggle for too long in a level, the game will soft lock. And that is no good. That's why I'm happy there's a Switch version now. I put it on my wish list for Christmas. So hopefully I can actually play the game and finish it. I have gone pretty far because I struggle in 2 places, and both those places made the game soft lock. My first struggle was during the Pete fight. If I'm not mistaken, it's where when he's wearing like that little "There's a Small World After All" costume there. I think it's that one. And I had made it so that I was forced to fight him, because if you're good, you don't have to fight the bosses. You can just, like, quote-unquote heal them until they like you. Or if you're really good, Pete will just look at you and just leave. So my first time around, I was struggling with figuring out how to beat Pete, and that's when the game soft locked. So the second time around, I decided to be good, quote-unquote, and use paint instead of thinner, so Pete kind of really didn't feel like fighting me. But the second time, then I was able to cause the glitch over and over and over again. Was during a level where I was meant to land TVs on some targets, but I never could get the friggin' TVs to actually aim properly. Like, I thought I was aiming properly, but as soon as I released the TV, it would fall behind the target instead of on top of it. And the TVs wouldn't respawn, and then the game would soft lock. After 3 times like that, I had to resign myself that I couldn't beat the game. So that's why I'm happy there's a Switch version now. But I'd rather wait for Christmas, see if I get it. If I don't get it, I'll just save up and get a copy. And there we have it. Clonoa. And I believe with that we're done for today, so let's try and back up the camera. That's about as high as I can get it, so Clonoa, Popeye. Well, Clonoa is way out of frame. There we go. Welcome back. My Pet Monster and Taz, the Tasmanian Devil. And that is today's prompt for the OLOColors Challenge. So we're just gonna leave it on that for a minute or two. While I try to empty my tumbler full of water. Because once again, staying hydrated is important. Damn it, Zeus, it was set on number 3 and I didn't turn it down. Bet it works a little better now, yeah. Oh well. It was still easy to see what I was doing. And now, of course, as we all know, as with every end of stream, we're gonna do the most important thing, and is thank our supporters on various platforms. Patreon, Ko-fi, everywhere. Extra special caramel drizzle, gold flecked, rainbow sprinkled. Thanks to Ember B, Paul K, Miss Innovis, Sir E. Othered, Carl Bloke, Takashi Kanako, and Bad at Multiplayers. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. As usual, of course, next live stream is going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all. And bye-bye.